And welcome back, everybody, to the GKA Kite World Cup here in Dakhla. And the moment has come. There could only be two left. And who will come out on top? It is the final here at the beautiful location in front of West Point Hotel for the Dakhla event here in Morocco. Coming up on the water, we are going to have Mitu Monteiro, the winner of the single elimination, and he's going to be going up against Ayrton Cosolino. Ayrton will have to beat Mitu twice if he wants to take the throne here. Let's go straight to the water as the action is starting. Okay, so what is going to be happening is we are going to be having 25-minute heats. And what they are going to have to do, they're going to have 6 trick attempts to be able to perform their best freestyle maneuvers. And then they will have 2 top wave scores, which will count for this heat. So we are just going to be getting very close to getting the start and just waiting for the flags to be dropped and the horns to go off. And this super final between Mitu Monteiro and Ayrton Cosolino is going to begin. Okay, there we go. I can see the red flag going up. That means it is very close to the beginning of this heat. There we have on the screen both Mitu Monteiro, Ayrton Cosolino. Ayrton wants revenge for being taken out in that final in the Cape Verde event, and now he is going to try and go past Mitu, but he's going to have to beat him twice if he wants to get the win here at the Dakhla event. Anything can happen. As we mentioned, we've mixed the format up again as the wind is a bit stronger and there are some small waves out there. Each rider will have 6 trick attempts to perform their best freestyle maneuver, and they will have 15 waves to be able to grab the 2 best scores. Those 3 columns is what is going to give them the numbers on those leaderboards, on those scorecards, to see who will become the champion here at the GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla. Both of these guys just chilling out a little bit, obviously closing moments before that. Go, 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 green, green, green goes out on the water, and they start battling it here on the beautiful location of Dakhla in Morocco. Such a great event, this one, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Driss, Laila, and Mulai for making this happen. Without you guys, this is not possible. It's great to be back here one more time. Then also the Ministry of Tourism, Ministry of Sport and Recreation, the authorities of Dakhla, NDGP, Bavaria, Havaiana, Starbucks, Red Bull, Hit Radio, Rab Radio, everybody that's just made this possible, our crew, all the streaming guys, every little grain of sand that has made this final possible, and cannot wait to get some action on the water as we are in the closing seconds and the green flag is going to be coming up. Okay, so we have the start to this. Chilling out the back, they're going to start to try and look and see if they can grab a first set. As we mentioned before, top 2 waves and the best freestyle maneuver. So probably what they're going to do is they're going to try and pick off the bigger waves of the sets to get those scores. And then in between the lulls, they're going to be performing some freestyle stuff. Both of these guys, at the moment, Ayrton in the lead on the overall ranking here at the tour, and then Mitu Monteiro in 3rd position. Looked like there was a little bit of energy out there, but at the moment it didn't seem to come together. But here we have Ayrton Cosolino opening up. Big smack off the top of this little inside roller. Nice tile slide there. He's going to go all the way down to get past that foam ball. Another foam climb equally. Just letting the tail loose at the bottom, engaging that bottom turn rail for rail. Really good moves there to be able to get through that section. Those are some good turns to be able to perform that on such a small wave. So close to the shore. And Mitu Monteiro answering back. Nice open face cut back. And a little foam ride there at the end. He's going to twiddle around. Nice 360. So good wave from both of these riders. Opening up with a few turns. Let's see and wait for some scores to come up on the board. But yeah, I'm going to say I think Ayrton's ride was a bit better, but I didn't see the first half of Mitu. As we've been mentioning, the judges' scores are the official ones, the speaker scores. We are just here to orientate, and those numbers that come up on those board will be the official ones. So a 6.43 for Ayrton Cosolino for that wave. And Mitu, if I'm not mistaken, out the back there, got a front shove it. Little bit of a butt check on the landing, but really nice and fluid. Really got that front rotation with that board 360. So a 4.93 looks like it's going to be coming in for Mitu. Just waiting for that to get validated. And freestyle maneuver in the medium fives. So scores are starting to come up on the board. Both of these boys are going to be battling it out until the end moments of this heat. Once again, Ayrton Cosolino will have to beat Mitu twice if he wants to take the win here in Dakhla. He's hungry. He's made it all the way through the double elimination as he got kicked out early. He is on a mission, but this man, Mitu Monteiro, wants to cancel that mission and keep that gold place here. Anything can happen. Loads of minutes left, and it's action-packed here for the final of the GKA Kite World Cup. Ayrton Cosolino on yet another wave, engaging first turn, big off the top. There are some good sections. A little bit of a foam ride. Okay, cut back to that power position. You can see how he crouches down, really low body position, drives through that turn, letting loose some water, and engaging on just a little schmacker at the end section of that wave. Yet another good wave there for Ayrton Cosolino, and I can see Mitu turn number one, turn off the top, laid back cut back there, really using his hand to stay on that board. The wave hasn't formed on that second part, and he's going down for this inside solo section. Little bit of a tail slide there, but the wave didn't seem to do what he wanted to see there. Anyway, early days in the heat. These boys are more than capable of producing some of the best rides out there. Ayrton going for a big back roll, tic-tac to switch there, but landing in a bundle, that will be a crash attempt for him. So Mitu Monteiro getting a front roll shove at 3 there with a 4.67. So that's going to be his best freestyle score. Then he has a 4.93 for his first wave. And then Ayrton has a 6.43 for his primary wave. And I think I'm just waiting for it to be validated a medium 5 for a freestyle maneuver. So early days in the heat, anything can happen. Loads of time left. Just going to enjoy these beautiful conditions here in Dakhla. They've been teasing us. It's been challenging, but the final is on the water. This is the final countdown. This is the final heat. And Mitu Monteiro and Ayrton Cosolino out to give us one hell of a show. Okay, both of these guys are coming nice and forward to the inside sections there. Hunting for those waves. Ayrton turning out the back just to make sure that he can try and go upwind a little bit more, maybe to get that inside set. There does seem to be a little ripple or a little something on the outside there. Okay, Ayrton seems to like something that he's seen. Mitu's going a little bit further back, and I can understand why Ayrton turned round there. It does look like he's riding a small bit of a swell. This is going to come all the way onto the inside and hit that inner sandbank that sometimes does make these ones jack up. Really hard to read. Definitely the experience out there is going to make the difference. So far, 12.2 for Ayrton Cosolino and a 9.00 for Mitu. Very close heat at the moment. Both of them have had 2 waves. Mitu has had a freestyle maneuver as well. There we can see Ayrton just speeding out to the back, trying to see what he can have, what he can find. He's going to be talking to Poseidon, to the gods, singing to the water, doing the old wave dance, and hopefully being able to get a nice little section here on the inside to increase that 6.43 and 5.77. He's going to want to increase that backup score. We've seen him doing 7s, 8s, and 9s throughout the event, so he's going to want to increase the wave riding. And then, you know, Ayrton Cosolino, throughout the whole day yesterday, we saw him doing those backside free handle passes, meaning he is one of the few people that does do that maneuver. And that has really given him a lead here on this section of the competition. Mitu Monteiro going around, trying to come down this section. Making the most and milking a little roller. Okay. Big. Oh, unfortunately missing that 360 layout, if you want to say. Kind of a little bit off the lip, off the ripple. Just mixing it up, keeping the variety out there. Here we have Ayrton Cosolino on the inside. He's looking backwards. I mean, you have to look all the way over your shoulder because it is under shoulder height there, so you might miss one of these small rollers on the inside. I reckon he's going to go for something freestyly here. He's going to turn around, having some fun out there. I mean, he is out there with his fellow countrymen and one of his mentors from back in the day. Both of these boys ride incredibly, both from Cape Verde, always battling it out. You know, they are 2 of the biggest names out there. And, you know, when we came down here and we were assessing the conditions, both of them just said, okay, come on, let's go for it. Conditions are minimal, but we want to have a fight. We want to go and enjoy it. This is a championship. This is a battle. And this is why they are 2 of the best ambassadors of our sport. And this is why they are 2 of the best riders in the world. Front and center F1 rider, Mitu Monteiro, taking off on a little stone throw here. First turn, just a check turn, trying to keep up that speed. Turn number 2, little foam ride. Seems like the wave's semi getting up. It's gone from 2 centimeters to 3.5. And a good air. Can he land it? He does. Kind of bounced off the water there. Cat-like reflexes there for Mr. Monteiro. But a nice little air on the inside section. So to be able to produce that in these kind of conditions, judges are obviously going to take that into account. And Ayrton spinning on the inside there as well, answering back. Very close heat so far. At the moment on the scoreboards, a 12.2 and a 9.36. I'm seeing some freestyle scores also being dropped. So it's those numbers are definitely going to increase as the heat goes on. And the boys are going to go all the way out to the back to try and get a little bit more upwind. Cross offshore here, so the waves they are cleaning up a little bit as the tide is going up, but we've decided to run now because it did look like the wind forecast was saying that the wind was going to drop. Talked to both of them, you know, I always include them in the decisions, and both of them just said, yep, let's go for it. Now is the moment, and this is what we want to see. Mitu Monteiro, Ayrton Cosolino, first super final here of the GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla. If Ayrton can continue his undisputed role here of the double elimination, he will force Mitu into yet another final. Still, there's quite a lot of time until the end of this first heat, and then if he does, we will see some more action. But I know Mitu is going to want to cut that undisputed win and see if he can claim and protect that first position that he has. If anybody can do it, it will be Mr. Monteiro himself. But we're going to sit here on the edge of our seat because this is the super final here in Dakhla. Okay, looks like Mitu has improved on one of those scores, a 10.33. Still just under 2 points behind Ayrton. This one looks like a nice loop in that bandit kite throughout there. F1 rider, huge smacker off that first section. He's going to join up rail to rail. Nice drive throughout. Stalls there a little bit so he can get a number 3. Good air right into the pocket. Now he's on the little bit of a floater, if you can call it, and just maximizing that little white water. Beauty of a 360 spin there from Mitu Monteiro. Great riding, great combos, really good maneuvers there throughout the short break. That is going to be a high score for him. So far we have a front roll shove it from Mitu Monteiro as his freestyle score, and then a back roll tic-tac as Ayrton Cosolino. Still waiting for those numbers to come up on the board. At the moment I'm seeing a 5.4 wave, a 4.93 wave from Mitu, and a 4.67 score there. And then I'm seeing a 6 wave, a 5 wave, and a 6 freestyle score. So Ayrton has a little bit of a lead, but still early moments, anything can happen. He looks like he's got an inside wave here. He's going to roll this one down all the way to the point. Adding up some speed, there's that front foot, letting that foot loose. Look at how close he is. Just a nice little nuggety inside line. Now he's going to get one turn, keep the speed to be able to go down this inside section. Good riding here from the Cape Verdean, making the most out of a very small wave. But this is why he is the current leader of this tour and wants to take this Dakhla event home with him. Okay, if my calculations are right, because it seems like the hamster hasn't had his food this morning and the internet connection is quite slow. It looks like Mitu Monteiro would be having a 16.9 average. And then let me get the calculator out here again. There we can see Mitu flying into oblivion and trying to do a freestyle maneuver there. We would have a 6.43 plus a 5.77 plus 6.33, and Ayrton would be around the 18.5 range. Again, speaker scores are not official, just kind of help out until our internet connection goes to leopard and panther speed. Here we have Ayrton Cosolino hitting that lip. Nice little second turn, cut back. Gone a bit further out in front of the wave. He does have a bit more space on this one. Really good combination, linking the turns together. Judges are going to score that well because he did have 3 and 4 solid turns on that one before he kicked out. So great riding here from Ayrton Cosolino. But as the scores are coming in, it does look like at the moment Mitu has the upper hand with a 12.73. Anything can happen, but it does look like Mr. Monteiro is in the lead so far, just waiting for that connection to update those numbers and see if we would go into the super duper duper final of the GKA Kite World Cup, where these boys will battle it out again. Mitu again smacking that lip, or a little excuse of a ripple that he had on the inside, always working it all the way to the bottom section. Good 3 solid turns there, and he's going to back out of that one. Go back to the final stages of this heat. I can see also some nice scores going to be dropped for that wave from Mitu. just waiting for those numbers to be validated. And also, Ayrton has had a couple of good ones, but there's still his first 2 waves were the best ones he got. He did line up those sets really nicely. Okay, just coming up the 4-minute mark left of this first final. So far, it looks like we have in the lead Mito Monteiro there leading the pack, and Ayrton Cosolino trailing by the skin of his teeth, as we've been mentioning. Anything can happen between these guys. They will leave everything out on the table, and it ain't over until it's over. Ayrton Cosolino, huge whack on that little wedge there. Now we can see as it reforms, it's going to hit that inside bank. The wave's going to start to form up again. It's going to give him at least one, and just losing his balance at the foot position in there a little bit on the inside. Very hard because you can see how bumpy it is due to the backwash from some of those waves. Still, I don't think that's going to improve on any of his wave scores, so he's going to try. He does have a solid freestyle maneuver, as does Mito. Let's see who is going to get out on top. I could just see Ayrton Cosolino there landing a back roll tic-tac, 2 switch stance. Very technical move, but this is why he is one of the best freestylers out there, and we saw that yesterday with those backside free handle passes. He is one of the only guys in the world that does that maneuver, and he's liking what he sees with this little wedge. Oh, huge layback turn. You can see the arc of water spraying, making a little rainbow here on the Dakhla shore, but unfortunately not linking up a 3rd and a 4th turn. Mito Monteiro down the bottom. Big whack off the lip at the end. Now he's going to loop, try and get past this white water. Bit of a foam climb to get back into position. 360. Linking it around. Talk about kite control. Oh, that was a beauty there for Mito Monteiro, and trying to make just an end hack just to show the continuity throughout the move there. And on the back, we saw Ayrton Cosolino going for that front shove it, but unfortunately not making the land. Very, very, very close heat so far. There are still scores to be validated because these boys are just keeping busy out there. At the moment, Mito Monteiro, 12.73. He is in the lead, waiting for the final scores to come in. Closing moments of the heat. That last wave from Mito with that 360 spin was a beauty, and he actually unspins the bar by letting off. That is so hard to do, and next to the shore, pretty much with the skateboard wheels on your board so you can go up the sand. This is why he is leading here in this heat so far. So 12.76 versus a 12.2 at the moment. And we're coming into the final countdown, as they would say. 1 minute left here of the GKA Kite World Cup final. Will it be the final, or will we be going into one more heat where these boys will be battling it out again to decide who is the overall champion here in Dakhla? Can see Mito, is he going to take a wave? He's got a solid 7.33 and a 5.43, so he has a better primary and almost a better backup wave than Ayrton, but Ayrton does have that good freestyle score. So, what is Mito going to decide to do? Is he going to decide to go freestyle, or is he going to decide to go wave riding? Closing moments of this heat, and I can see Ayrton Cosolino speeding in, trying to talk to the people on the beach to see what he needs to do. And this wave will count for him, and I think the one in behind will also for Mito. Huge smack off the top, letting those fins loose. Inside section, Ayrton Cosolino, Red Bull do-a-turn rider. Open face, cut back to the little whitewater. Air 180 off the top, letting the tails loose one more time. And a little inside hack there. Great wave from him, and I'm going to say, let's see what happened with Mito on the right-hand side there. He is still on a wave. I can't quite have him on the stream. Haven't got him on the screen here, so stalling there. Pretty much stagnant stop. Oh! Does he make it? He doesn't. That was a huge air there from Mr. Monteiro. So, what has happened? Those scores are going to be so close. it's going to be interesting to see who is going to get the result here. So we are going to be back after this short commercial break as we're going to see if there will be the super duper final here at the GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla.
MDJS, faire gagner le sport.
Yeah, man, I'm a natural. Okay, ain't so bad. Original. A big beef.
Ain Sultan, Génération Nature.
Martin, you did it again. You just beat Mito. You're going to go through now to a super final. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great. You know, Mito is one of my best friends. We grow together. We train together back home, from Cabo Verde. And super stoked to make the final with him and get the win, but it's not done yet. I have to beat him one more time. And I'm really focusing. I'm motivated. I'm hungry to win. And I'm going to do my best to get it. And let's do it and keep going. And I hope I come back home with a trophy.
Good luck, Ayrton. We look forward to watching.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Bring this home. Thank you.
Okay, so great words there from Ayrton Cosolino, and he is the man that has taken the win of that first final here at the GKA Kite World Cup, which means the fight will go on. The battle will be back out on the waters here at the beautiful location of Dakhla, and we're going into the super final, where both of these guys will be fighting for the crown jewels, for the throne, to be called the king of the desert here at the GKA Kite World Cup. Stay tuned, as we are just going to take a few moments for these guys to have a little bit of water, to have a little bit of a rest, to go back out there and battle it out against themselves and Mother Nature, as Mr. Chris Tronalone would say. What an amazing first final by both of these guys. We've seen some 360s off of the lip or off of the whip, the little ankle-high ripples that we've been coming through here, and then both of them performing on the freestyle side. Ayrton Cosolino had the upper hand on the freestyle maneuvers, and Mito Monteiro did have the upper hand on the wave riding side, but in the end, it's the combination part, and it was insane. Ayrton Cosolino, what a roll, what a run to be able to get through all of those heats in the double elimination and then come up into the super final. Okay, so some info just in there. Boys are going to be having a little bit of a breather. They're going to be having just under 10 minutes to recollect, get their thoughts back into the right ways, get those gears lubricated, get those pistons firing to go at it for the title, to go at it for this World Championship event here at the beautiful location of Dakhla. So coming up in very shortly, we will have the final of the GKA Kite World Cup here in Dakhla. Mito Monteiro versus Ayrton Cosolino. Here we can see both of the boys are back on the water. It does seem like we're getting very close. I just heard that 1 minute AP flag down, so it means the red flag will be coming up very shortly. We will be going into sequence for the final here. 3, 2, 1, and red flag. Red flag. And we're in sequence for this final. Ayrton Cosolino, Mitu Monteiro. 2 minutes to the green flag to the start, and they will have 20 minutes to battle it out once more. Ayrton Cosolino undisputed in this double elimination so far. Mitu Monteiro winning that single elimination. Got the right to have to be beaten twice to get the win here at the GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla. All on the line here, leaving the best till last. Both of these boys are going to want to give it every inch of power, style, carve, hack, snap, cut back, turns, every little inch they can to be able to get the win here of the GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla. Who will come out as the champion? We will soon find out, as this heat is about to start, and we're going to have 20 minutes of non-stop action. Can see some nice little set waves coming in there. So that means that said, unfortunately, the boys are not going to be able to make the most of it, as we are still not in the heat sequence yet. Very close to a green flag. Can see Ayrton turning out the back. He's going to want to come in with power. Three, 2, 1, and it's a go, go, go. 20 minutes of action here for the GKA Kite World Cup here in Dakhla. For some reason, it looks like everything is on the line. Ayrton Cosolino has made it all the way through to that next round to be able to have the right to go at Mitu for the second chance to have the crown jewels here at the GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla. Ayrton Cosolino front and center, first turn. Little hack on a ripple here. He's going to join it up with another maneuver. Down the line, driving that tail loose on every little section. Very hard to perform. Nice laid back cut back on what we could call a face there. And a big smackaroony 180 to a 360 there at the bottom section of that wave. That's going to be a very good score. And it looks like Mitu Monteiro also has going to have a nice roller, so he's going to answer back. Great opener there for Ayrton Cosolino. Let's see how Mitu Monteiro does. Big release there off the top of that lip. He's going to ride the foam ball all the way onto the inside. Cut back turn, try and get back to that little hollow section. Maneuvering in, getting a little caught up on the bottom there with those chops. Huge entry there from Mitu Monteiro. Very nice last hack there on that inside part of these little hollow shore break waves. So both of these boys have opened up with a score. Ayrton Cosolino at the moment with a 7.0, and that is definitely going to be a higher wave score than Mitu Monteiro. But early days in the heat, they have 15 wave attempts. The top 2 waves will count, and they will also have 6 trick attempts to perform their best freestyle maneuver. Just coming up on the 18-minute mark, and both of these guys can pull all the arms, all the weapons out the bag at the closing minutes of the heat. So we will not know who will be crowned champion here for the 2019 Dakhla Morocco GKA Kite World Cup. Ayrton Cosolino here on the screen, eyeing up a little roller. It does seem like the waves are starting to get better here. He's going to go down the line. Okay, first opener. Big smack off of that little opener there. Can he go down a little bit more? He does make it all the way to the inside, releasing that tail, almost getting caught up there to nice foot position, really good balance. and a little bit of an air on the end section of this wave. So another good wave for him. That's going to be a good backup score. At the moment, he already has a 7.0 in the bag. And I reckon maybe that's going to be somewhere around the 4.0 average. Just going to wait for those judges' scores to come in. Looks like it's going to be even higher. Obviously, that air at the end did make the difference. And I think I missed the first turn of that wave. I'm seeing some decent numbers roll in. Mito Monteiro is going to have his work cut out for him. But if anybody is patient, it is this man. He just hangs out the back, starts to talk to the ocean, talk to the energy to see if some waves can come his way. And here we have Ayrton with a 5.67 for that backup wave. Great score for him. Mito Monteiro, first huge air landing right back on that foam ball. He's going to get another turn and come all the way onto the inside. Cut back on a little bit of a layback there and kind of a turn there on that inside shore break. That air was huge from Mito. That is probably going to improve his score there. Great riding from the Cape Verdean. And Ayrton Cosolino straight is going to answer right back. Engaged in a rail. Big, huge carve there for Mr. Cosolino. Little bit of a foam ball ride there to try and get on this bottom half of the wave. Letting the tail loose, trying to just do a little 180, but that's not going to count much for him and didn't quite get it on that inside. I doubt that's going to improve over his backup wave, and it looks like Mito is going to change his primary wave score, 6.07, so 12.67 over a 10.94. Ayrton Cosolino in the lead so far, 15 and a half minutes of action still left to go. Mito first turn. Big carve, okay, 360 spinning straight into another maneuver. That is rail to rail, really good combination, showing that he has all of these tricks on tap and a nice air. Can he make it through? Can he stand up? He can. That's a solid wave there for Mito. I reckon that's definitely going to improve on his backup wave. Very, very action-packed beginning to this heat. Let's not forget the guys do have a 15-wave total, so they have to be careful. But at the moment, we have 3 waves for each. It does look like Mito's going to improve on that last score. And Ayrton Cosolino yet again coming in on another little inside roller. Here we can see Ayrton going down the line, mid-line. Okay, big hack, laying that hand, kind of throwing on the brakes. There we go, he sticks it. Big 360 off the lip. Really like how he extends that tail and gets those fins loose. Another good inside hack, and he's going to come off the top. Good ride there for Ayrton Cosolino. That is a very nice wave for him. He has a 5.67 as a backup, and let's see if he can improve on that score. Mito Monteiro getting a 5.93 for that last wave, so he is 12 point to a 12.67, and a huge backside 3 there from Ayrton. That was gigantic. He is one of the only guys in the world that can do that freestyle maneuver on a strapless board. Let's not forget, his board is not attached to his feet. But this man here, Mito Monteiro, is not going to make his life easy. He's looking for another top score when it comes to a wave ride. Not quite getting it there because the wave didn't reform on the bottom. And a 9.17 for that air free from Ayrton Cosolino. Talk about action here at the final of the GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla. Oh, that was insane, that backside 3 there from Ayrton. So big, so controlled. Came off of a really nice kicker, using it as a ramp, going absolutely enormous. And that's why he's got that 9.17. So a 7 wave, a 6-8 wave, and a 9.17. Very good scores here for the Cape Verdean, and he is up against none less than Mito Monteiro. Mito also, I've seen him do some of these backside 3s, and he has been having very high wave scores at the moment. More than capable of doing them. 12 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Anything can happen, and this is why both of these guys are in the final here in Dakhla. I can see they're going back out, waiting for a little bit more energy. Looks like Ayrton might go for a freestyle maneuver. Okay, back roll, tic-tac. Landing it nice and easily. still with that 9.17 on the board, I don't think he's going to get much better score on the freestyle side there. He's just, enjoying himself. He really, is a waterman, loves to be out there. He's out there with his fellow countrymen, his friend Mito Monteiro, battling it here for the final. But, what a repertoire Mr. Cosolino has put in early in this heat. Mito Monteiro is going to have to up his game if he wants to overtake him here. But still, anything can happen. 12 minutes left on the clock, and there is a reason Mito is one of the legends of this sport, and he can definitely overtake Ayrton if he has a little bit of luck with the waves and gets that backside free. I've seen him landing before. So let's see how this final portrays. Little nice beauty of an inside wave here for Mito. Okay, engaging that rail. Big off the top, letting the tail loose, slashing out a good bound water. Great timing, huge air. Doesn't even get his ankles wet. Now he's going to come down to the bottom section of this wave, try and join through a couple more turns. Can he outrun the white water? Yes, he can. Turn number 3, gets that 360 there, and unfortunately our cameraman missed the backside of that. He's had one turn and another little small air there. Ayrton Cosolino answering with power also. Couple of big hats, a nice little skippity 180, layback cutback on the chop to make himself all the way to the inside to then ride the little dribble of a wave here. Great, missing the rocks at the end, and we can see Mito going big off of that kicker on the outside, trying that freestyle maneuver, not quite getting the landing that he wanted to. Still, just coming on the up on the 10.5 minutes left of this final. Ayrton Cosolino, Red Bull duotone rider, in the lead so far with a 22.97. That is one of the biggest scores we've seen throughout the whole competition. And if you're going to get those big scores, the final is the place to do it. And he has done that so far. And Mito Monteiro has a 12.7 at the moment, as he has not landed one of his freestyle maneuvers. So obviously, as soon as he gets that freestyle trick in the bag, he is going to increase on that leaderboard. But he has to increase by 10 points overall if he wants to overtake Ayrton in this second final. Looks like Mito is coming in with speed onto the inside. Freestyle maneuver maybe going to happen. No, he's going to turn around. I reckon he's going to try and maybe hit something on the kickers out the back. And I can see some ripples out of the corner of my little live boost studio here. It looks like we have another set rolling in. So I'm going to presume Ayrton looks like he's going to take off on the first wave. And I can see Mito going out like a bat out of hell to try and get that second wave of the set. So more wave riding coming at you. Ayrton Cosolino on the first ripple, and Mito Monteiro is going to turn behind him. This is going to be turn for turn, hack for hack, coming straight at you at this beautiful location in Dakhla. First off, we have the man himself, Ayrton Cosolino, current tour leader. He's going to engage in, get that dig in that front side rail. First turn, okay, big smack off of the top, letting the tail loose, getting a lot of water. Kind of hitting as it was closing down. Now he's going to go back. Oh, 180 spin. Very stylish. Again, trying to let the tail loose on the back there. Can see what he has on the inside. Mito Monteiro already got a couple. Huge air from Mito. Oh, he makes that look so easy to get that timing and positioning perfectly like he has there. Big maneuvers there from the Cape Verdean Mito Monteiro. And that is going to definitely, I'd say, increase his score. But let's wait to see what kind of numbers come in from the judges. I can see some big numbers being dropped on that wave from Mito. That air was ridiculous. And he looks like a front roll to switch there. Unfortunately, not quite landing that as he wanted to. Oh, some huge scores coming in for Monteiro and also for Ayrton Cosolino. Those were definitely the two best waves they've had so far. Just waiting for them to be validated. A couple of judges waiting to put them in. Very, very close in between them, but yeah, definitely great judging here. 8.3 for that wave from Mito. So he's got an 8.3 and a 6.63 and an 8.0 for Ayrton, just making the difference. Mitu did have a little better of an air and a couple of bigger inside hacks. So very, very close in between them. Mitu is going to want to improve that backup wave and then go for something big on the freestyle side. He's got the confidence now. He's seen him get himself that big score. He's got that 8.3. Oh, and I can see he looks like there's a little bit of energy out the back there. Does that mean there is going to be a wave coming at us? And we can see Ayrton Cosolino turning round, deciding to go with this set section. He has an 8 and a 7, two very solid wave riding scores, but this one does look like it's turning out to be a very long ride. Very nice here. You can see him just getting into it. Now he's going to power down the line. Okay, Ayrton Cosolino, big turn off the top, keeping the speed so he can get past this first whitewater section. And he's made it all the way. Is he going to make it all the way down? He is, but a little bit of a closeout, getting caught up. And Mitu Monteiro, huge release there. He's already had a big first turn. Can he make it on the way back, on the way down? Trying to dodge and avoid Ayrton Cosolino on the inside. Making it all the way down in front of the judges. Going to try and get yet another hack on that. It's probably one of the longest rides we've seen throughout the whole day. Really good riding there from Mr. Monteiro. That turn was huge. We saw a turn like that yesterday from the likes of James Carew, where they just hit it so hard the board releases off of the top, almost airs out and just dibbles on the nose, comes around back into the power section and goes around. Great riding there from the Cape Verde. I'm seeing another good score being dropped for him, but it isn't going to be better than his backup wave. So numbers are going to stay the same. Confidence is high. Stress levels are starting to get elevated. There were two, but there can only be one. Coming up on the 5th minute, 5 minutes left of this super final here. Action-packed here on the water. Huge air, about 360 air reverse there from Ayrton. Oh, getting caught up on the inside there, just losing it at the end. Trick for trick, maneuver for maneuver. This is what we want to see. Each of them pushing each other, pushing the envelope, pushing the sport, and just getting better and better as every second passes. Incredible riding here from both of these champions. It's going to be interesting to see what Mitu's strategy is at the moment. He has a better primary wave score, needs to improve on his secondary wave, and then he has to go for that freestyle. It does look like he's leaving the freestyle to the end. He's making the most of some of these surfing, and man, has he been surfing well throughout this whole event. That is why he won the single elimination, and now he is battling it out to keep that title and take the crown home of this GKA Kite World Cup here in Dakhla. 4 minutes left on the clock. So far, Ayrton Cosolino in the lead, but there are still minutes to go. Mitu Monteiro coming in full speed towards the beach. Is he going to be going for something freestyle for us? It does look like he might be. Okay. Backside 180 spin there, handle pass. That was a good move for him. It's going to be a good score. Not as big as Ayrton's off of the kicker, but mixing it up. Also, as I said before, he's one of the few guys who can do the handle pass maneuvers. That is definitely going to put him back in the game. And I know now Mitu is going to aim to get another big wave score and hopefully overtake Ayrton in the closing moments of these heats. Ayrton taking off on another inside wave here. What's he got for us? First turn. Oh, nice hollow section there. Good first turn. He's going to foam ride, climb that little wall to try and get past. Now he's going to loop down this inside part. Does go a little bit further down the shore break. Turn number 4. Whack off the top. Great wide, but it is not going to improve on that 7-point backup wave that he has. Closer and closer, Mr. Monteiro gets to Ayrton Cosolino. 6.17 for that backside 180. Really good freestyle maneuver there for Mr. Monteiro. And now he's going to be running up the beach. He knows what he has to do. I'm going to say he's going to want to try. He has to increase by 3 point something. So he needs to either get a 10-point wave or try and get something in the vicinity of 8 on that secondary wave score and then increase on that freestyle. 2 minutes left of this heat, and I can see on the screen Ayrton Cosolino coming down on a little bit of swell. He wants to try and improve that 7.0 of that secondary wave. Can hear the crowd going wild for Mr. Monteiro. They are putting on one hell of a show here at the final GKA Kite World Cup in Dakhla. Ayrton coming in on yet another wave ride. Nice check turn off the top, releasing a lot of water off of that lip. Making the most of that second section. It did die out a bit for him. He's going to get a third hit. It does look like it's opening up at the bottom. Unfortunately, not as much as he wanted to do. Oh, got a little hit in the head there by his board. 1.5 minutes left, and it looks like Mito Monteiro has a set wave out the back. He's going to try and improve over that 6.63. Can he do it on this wave? Final closing moments. Mito Monteiro, F1 rider, number 3 overall on the ranking 2019, engaging. Turn off the tap. Beautiful laid-back cutback. Big smackaroonie off the second section. Now he's going to drive down, get some power, get some speed. Turn number 3. Little bit of a floater there on that inside. And no, he's going to turn round. I don't think that's going to be bigger than that 6.63. 50 seconds left. And Ayrton on the coming towards us on the screen. Looks like he's going to go for his last wave attempt, or are we going to see that elusive 3-on-3 also on the handle pass section from him? Mito Monteiro speeding up on the left-hand side. I reckon he's going to try the backside 3. He does do it this way. Knows he has to increase on that freestyle maneuver. Oh, Mr. Monteiro landing that backside 3. Everybody's hands in the air and talk about leave the best till last. That is huge from Mito, and that is going to make one hell of a difference here on the scores. And the heat is over, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give a big round of applause to these two beasts battling it out until the closing seconds of this heat, just waiting for some scores to be validated. We're going to be going down to the beach where we will announce the winner. So stay with us as we're going to go to a short break and come back here to see who is crowned champion of the GKA Kite World Cup here in Dakhla.
yo lo lío porque quería anunciar los dos nombres. Okay, we're here. Ertan, congratulations. You just managed to win here this event in Dakhla. You climbed your way from the bottom all the way to the top. You must feel amazing right now.
Yeah, man, I have no words to explain right now. I mean, I was like pretty nervous, but in the final I want to do all I could, you know. I was playing hard with the wave selection because before I did some tricks that I know I got some 9s and some 7s. And yeah, super stoked to take the win. And again, thanks to everyone back home to give me all the support, and all the people here in Morocco too. They are amazing. My family, my coach Gregori, and good caddy Capuzzo. And yeah, no words. Crazy.
Are you ready to celebrate?
Yeah, for sure. Woo!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Go to the podium, my friend. We go.
¿Te va?
You know him with me too?
Wow.
Something with me too?
One here. Me too. Well done, Amido. This was really amazing one. Amazing. Very stressful, until the last minute. Okay, me too. That was an incredible super final. You've ridden so well during this event. It was so narrow right to the last moment. How was the heat for you?
It was nice, like hard, because also with Ayrton, you never know what you're going to do. And the condition was not the best, was, like so shame to do like in this condition. But yeah, just to be in the final with Ayrton, I have a lot of fun with him on the water. So that's it, just prepare now for Brazil. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for everyone, like to give us this opportunity to be here. And yeah, that's it.
We do thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you back in action in Brazil.
For sure.
Thank you, congratulations.
Thank you very much, cool.
Okay.
And there can be only one
So, in third position, coming all the way from Canada, incredible event for this man here, Reese Myerscough. Then in second position, in one of the most best disputed finals we've seen so far, none less than coming from Cabo Verde, Mitu Monteiro! And your champion, the GKA Kite World Cup Dakhla winner is Erto Cosolino! Congratulations, guys. Amazing riding.
So once again, guys, you guys have to look at the podium. So once again, let's make